The Open Governance Body, OGB, is a grassroots federated technological solution for making human-scale open web governance work. The project sets out to solve a problem that our current governance just simply doesn't work on large scale or small scale. We have FOSS governance, which is kind of native to what we're doing, but it's feudalism, it's a hierarchy, it's a king, it's nobles, it's priests, it's peasants. It's a completely medieval idea of governance, so this is currently governing all our technology. And then we have mainstream politics, which is, which with climate chaos is obviously failing. So we need something which works. So the Open OGB takes what we know works, it takes the federated technological solution of ActivityPub, and it takes grassroots activist governance, which is how all our progressive social change has happened for the last couple of 100 years. And it combines them in a simple sortation-based platform. The project came out of a bunch of libertarian cats, the people who are involved in the Fediverse and ActivityPub, coming together to outreach their standard to the European Union, and then doing presentations and working with the bureaucrats of the European Union to get them to use ActivityPub and the Fediverse. In this it was very successful. The European Union set up test sites, and a year later they were looking super wise that they actually had jumped ship before the Twitter implosion. So it was a very successful model, and actually it came from that. It came from us organising together on Social Hub. So it will work for the Fediverse. It'll also work, the other example we like to give is the local street market, where the stakeholders are the stalls, the users are the people who use the market, the community, and the affiliate stakeholders are the organising company for the market, the local council, the refuse collectors, the local police, etc. all come together, and then they can manage the street market in an organic grassroots way. The OGB will be rolled out permissionless. It will be rolled out in a way where it could form communities of governance and conversations around any group of people who are producing anything. Whether it's the Fediverse, the instances on the Fediverse, or it's a local street market with the stalls, are the producers. And it will allow people to cooperate organically and take on governing themselves. We know it works. We know that the grassroots horizontal process of activist organising functions. It's been organising all social change for the last hundreds of years. We know that the Fediverse scales. We know it scales horizontally. And if we can combine the two in this code base, we have a working solution. And in the era of climate chaos and the technological dot-cons, we have a need for a technological solution which is human-based. The key thing with outreach is that it's permissionless. So all it needs is someone to set up an instance and then to go on and take that instance. Let's use the market as an example. To take that instance, they would install an instance, they would print out a code, a QR code, and they would simply go around the market, the stallholders, and say, hey, install this application, install this application. And they'd go to users in the market and they'd say, if you want to have your say in how this market's run, install this application. And then they would go round to the council and the refuse collectors, etc., and ask them to install the application. From this, a sortation algorithm will be run and people will be given roles and they can start making decisions. And because it's permissionless, once some people start to make decisions, then more people will come on board because they'll see people are making decisions without them. So the thing will grow organically. And it will jump from one market to another market to another market into another market. It's a natural organic outgrowth, much as the Fediverse has expanded over the last 5 years. The project has great potential. We know the grassroots process of organising works. We know the Fediverse scales horizontally. If we can bring them together in a successful code base, then and roll it out permissionlessly, so nobody has to ask permission, we could take on the running of all sorts of parts of society with DIY grassroots culture. It has a great potential to influence and set off the real change we need in the world. The Open Governance Body is a project which comes from a history of activism, hundreds of years of grassroots direct action, and it's a social organising technique which we know works. And we're mixing this up with the Fediverse, which we know works also. That's terrible, try again.